There is a podcast no one asked for. A podcast you never knew you didn't want. 3 beers in. This is the podcast.
I anticipate a deeply religious experience.
Welcome back, everyone, to 3 Beers In. Ross here, and with me is Tony.
Hey.
Joel. Joel's there. And Cutter.
Yo.
Sorry. Today's a very special episode because we also have with us Eddie and Paddy, real names, not made up. And yes, they are Irish, of course, from BAYK Podcast. So we're doing a collaboration here, yeah.
And because
Thank you
we're
for
doing,
the yay.
Yeah, yay! It's because we're doing a collaboration podcast, we chose a Jester King
collaboration beer.
Yes.
With
fucking
Jolly Pumpkin.
Legends.
And it's from
Jester
Michigan,
King
right?
and Jolly Pumpkin. Yes, Jolly Pumpkin is in Michigan. Oh, I didn't look up Jolly Pumpkin. Oh, well.
I did. I did my homework.
I was just going to say fuck them. But all right, you did it. So
I mean, we can fuck them too.
All right.
Everybody's contributing.
There we go.
Yeah.
Joel even showed up today.
Joel showed up.
Yay! Fucking legend.
All right,
Brilliant.
so let's crack one open.
Let's go ahead and get this thing started.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
I cannot wait. Okay, can I just say something during this before we do the sound? The label of this bottle is unreal.
Yeah. I really like it.
Excellent.
So let's pop them.
Let's pop it.
Oh, nice.
The fucking
yeah.
cap flew across the room.
Did you get
Eddie nearly put my eye out there with the bottle top.
Got my first desk pop.
Oh man, here we go.
Okay. Now, before we continue as well, guys, can I just say thank you so much, you absolute legends, for the very kind care package that you sent up to us.
Oh yeah,
man,
I didn't
had
know
it so-
shipping would be as much to Canada as it was. But
well, you're getting fucking nothing.
I expected
done now,
as much.
alright?
It's done now. We have it.
No, I'm joking. We'll return the favor. Don't worry. We'll return.
We're on the moon. We don't care.
We're close to it. I mean, Canada.
Oh, you're breaking up there, boys.
Oh, wait, I lost you.
Oh man. So this episode is
seriously,
just going to be a
thank
lot
you
of
so-
laughing, I guess. Is it?
Oh, definitely, boys. I really appreciate it. I actually hadn't opened the package until today in anticipation.
Yeah,
you know?
I was
Kinda
wondering
like a
because you guys
Christmas.
hadn't said anything about it, so I was like, did it?
You open it and say, what is this shit?
Did it make it there? I hope
I'm
everything is
fucking
good.
disappointed.
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh man, no, quite the opposite. So sorry. It was like Christmas. Been looking forward to this
Yeah.
for so long. You know, it's kind of like we kept it under the tree. You know.
Probably delivered by a reindeer, even.
Yeah, I think so. A caribou.
Caribou.
It was actually delivered by a moose.
There you go.
And when I say we kept it under the tree, I don't mean a Christmas tree. We just kept it under a tree.
Yeah.
Here's
It's
your
just
mail,
the
eh?
entrance to the parkade there. We were thinking this is a good spot to leave our package.
It's Canada Post for you. It's,
Oh, mate, speaking of fucking Canada Post, so one of the glasses was smashed.
oh shit.
The fucking dirty bastards.
Oh, man.
On that note, they're on strike at the minute.
Yeah, I know. They went on strike as soon as the package got to Canada.
Yeah, it's like, I didn't cross the border. It's all, hey, we're letting too much shit in here.
Fair.
They're all like, the wall is being built on the wrong side.
Exactly. Maybe that was their final act of protest before they went on strike. They were like, you know what, enough of this. Boom.
And then they drop kicked our package.
Man.
Oh, very good. Excellent. But yeah, okay, so shall we sip this deliciousness?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let's go, boys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
Sláinte.
No.
Sláinte.
Sláinte, I can't believe you beat me to the Irish cheers. Oh my
There's
god.
going to be a lot of that. I don't know.
Shameful.
Did you say?
Oh, she's nice.
Did you say cilantro?
Very
Wow.
potatoey. Wait.
Do you know what? Do you know what's missing from this? My potato garnish on the side of the glass.
Yeah, you know, whenever you drink tequila, you bite into a lime. We just bite into a raw wedge of potato.
Yeah.
Don't you have to cook
cry.
those?
Look at Mr. Fancy over here cooking his potatoes first.
Oh man.
Yeah, we just have a sack beside us at all times. You know? Climbers have those little belts with the little bag of chalk beside them. We just have one that contains potatoes.
I have actually a really good potato story just before we get into this. Okay, so
Just one. One. There's only one you're allowed
The
to
best
tell.
one, your favorite.
Make
there.
sure it's the best one.
Yeah.
Choose carefully, buddy.
look, guys. Okay, you're talking to two Irish guys. You knew potatoes was going to come up. Okay? So at my workplace right now, because the Christmas and the holidays is coming up, everyone was doing like a Secret Santa, and my Secret Santa brought the gift late because I guess, again, Canada Post and their reindeer just wasn't on the job. And so she comes in with it yesterday, and it's like, you know, one of those long bag coolers. It's like when you go skiing or snowboarding, you wrap it around you and it like fits 8 to 10 cans of beer.
Yeah.
So I get it, and because I was so busy when I received it, I was like, oh, well, yeah, that's great. Thank you very much. I didn't open it, didn't look inside, didn't really examine it until she left, and I got 5 minutes and opened it up, and there was 8 potatoes inside.
Well, I mean that'll keep you good for like 15 minutes.
I was like, okay, now I can feed my family for 3 days and keep my beer cold.
Wait, 8? You can make 8 potatoes last 3 days?
Look, well, not if we're drinking tequila with Eddie.
Oh, very good. Right.
Yeah.
Well, fuck you, Paddy.
Yeah, that's the obligatory fuck me from Eddie there.
Yeah.
So it's,
you
it's
have those
probably
too?
business time now. Yeah.
Jealous here. I'm jealous of all the camera time you're getting there, Paddy. So, boys, what?
Put your pants back on, Eddie.
Never. So, boys, what's the verdict on this delicious drink?
1. Solid 1 for me.
Oh, absolutely.
All the way, yeah.
Good. Yeah.
I wouldn't say solid one.
We-
I'm not
we-
a sour guy, but I don't hate it. So I guess it's a 1. Yeah.
We were discussing right before the
me.
call. It's a barrel-aged sour.
Yeah.
Didn't realize this has been sitting on the shelf in my store for a year and a half.
Yeah. So
It's got some nice age, some
Yeah.
nice roundness to it.
as time goes by, it'll get more sour. Which on the back of the bottle, it's got a scale
Oh yeah,
from,
it's nice.
from 1
I like
to
it.
11.
Oh, up to
Word on the
11.
street is this isn't actually made anymore. Is that correct?
Yeah.
No, yeah, this
yeah.
was just a special bottle.
They did it. They did
Wow.
another one.
Actually, they did 2. Jester King did theirs, and then Jolly Pumpkin did theirs, and this is actually the Jolly Pumpkin one. And I thought their art was a whole lot better.
Gamma Deluxe.
Gamma Deluxe, yeah. That's the other beer that they did together. That's not the other label though.
Same beer, but just different label.
That's the other
Oh
beer.
wow.
Cool. Nice.
Right.
Yeah, we really appreciate the space sci-fi theme as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found it and I was like, oh yeah, cool. So yeah, this is the
Legend.
Olas Espaciales. So
Yeah, what does that mean? Anyone know?
space waves.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
neat.
So actually
Good.
the Jester King one is just called Space Waves.
Right.
Which is it's a bit different. I don't know why they chose to
It's like
go a
they,
different
they
way.
probably named
Because
theirs
of
first. And the
Michigan.
other one's like, well, we're just going to choose a different language.
Yeah, and
Fuck you.
The artwork actually on the bottle has the Jester King logo, though it's cracked. It's that yellow. It's the horns.
Oh yeah.
Their
Nice.
logo is I don't know why, but it's a barrel with horns. It's
Yeah.
Because why the fuck
I don't know
not,
what it
mate?
means. And then they named themselves Jester King. I don't. It has nothing to do
Jester.
with. I don't know.
Well, they
Maybe
are on.
if you rearrange the letters, it says some animal that has horns. I don't know. It's deep. It's deep. Yeah, I'm gonna keep drinking, guys. I
Giraffe.
gotta catch up.
I was just gonna say because they're out in the middle
Honestly,
of
if you
nowhere.
keep drinking,
maybe they
you're
just were
gonna
doing
find the
shrooms.
answer.
and
Yeah,
they came up with it.
just drinking would. Actually, they do use mushrooms in one of their beers, but they're just regular mushrooms. Which is
Not interested.
yeah, no. which they use some weird ingredients in some beers. Also, they spontaneously ferment one of their beers that they've been doing for 3 years now, and it's the Spawn, but not Spawn
Like the DC comic character?
That's Image. You fucking Neanderthal.
That's what I said.
But anyway,
Were you about to reference the amazing comic book character?
I did, yes. Although
I butchered it.
Cutter
I butchered
said
it.
DC,
Yeah.
so I was like,
I could have swore it was.
Yeah.
nope, it's Todd McFarlane and Image. Come on, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Wasn't there rumors about a year ago that they were bringing a movie back?
I think they're
Jamie
in
Foxx.
talks with
Michael Jai White?
No, with HBO to make it into another miniseries.
another series?
I loved the cartoon they had on HBO.
Yeah, better than the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cartoon was fucking badass.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the movie I was lucky enough to see when I was young enough to appreciate anything.
Anything comic book related.
That's how I feel about a lot of this stuff. Is that people hate it when they're 20 years later, but when they see it in real time, it's like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, when you're a kid, you don't know that it sucks. But yeah.
Except for
exactly.
Except for
If it had
Aquaman,
John
that's going to suck, and
Leguizamo-
I'm still going to go see it.
He was the worst part of Justice League, even though Justice League was bad.
My man!
Why did you say that name, Ross?
Justice League,
Fuck Justice League.
yeah. Any
Just wanna go on the record
any
here saying
DC
fuck Justice
really.
League here.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The new Aquaman
Or movie
does
adaptation.
not look good either. All that CGI.
Within reason. Are we drinking the same beer?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We should
Nope.
be. I hope so.
We sent you a dog turd.
It's a bit nutty.
It's in there.
Fucking Canada Post strikes again.
Because you are saying Jester stuff, but this is Jolly Pumpkin, is it not?
Yeah, but it's a collaboration with Jester
Yeah.
King Brewery
Yeah.
in Austin, Texas.
But this is the Jolly Pumpkin version, which is
Right.
it should be the same, but yeah.
I get
Does it
you,
say-
right. But here, this is fucking nice. So apparently this is made with, like, what is it, sour cherries and lime?
Yeah, actually,
Lovely.
I don't know if it's made with cherries, but it was in a cherry barrel, I believe is what it
Right.
said.
Oh, yeah.
Here, can we talk about
Ale
barrels
with
here for a
cherries,
second?
salt, and lime.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Just need
yeah,
to
yeah, that too.
wedge a potato in there. Yeah.
Exactly.
To really round out the flavor.
Yeah, exactly. And preferably a blended potato as well.
Absolutely.
You want to get the lumps in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't
but
expecting
here-
to chew.
You almost want to choke on your beer.
Just texture. That's all it is. Just texture.
With pulp.
Yes, pulp. Medium pulp.
Some potato
Yes.
pulp.
Potato pulp, please.
But here, talking of barrels, there. Did you use right? So this thing apparently is aged in a fodder. Can you shed some light on how the fuck this is pronounced? Is it fodder, fodder, fooder?
They're actually
do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I've always said
they-
fodder,
Yeah,
but-
fodder. But people
Fodder makes more
use
sense.
the words interchangeably, like fodder, fooder.
But a
Yeah.
fodder is it's oak, isn't it? It's like it's a used oak. Or no, it's just an oak, a giant oak barrel. Is
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah. So
essentially,
Yeah.
what makes it a fodder is supposedly the fact that it's massive, 600 liters
Yeah.
and up.
Wow.
Giant.
Boys, did you
Wait,
do you know what the
liters?
bit? Yeah,
Whoa.
liters. Man.
See, I don't know what that is,
do you-
guys.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
So it's
Like a gallon.
tiny or
I suppose you measure in cups or something.
hogshead.
I do all my
4,000
measuring of
cups.
beer in pints. So
That's fair. That's something we can get on board with.
How many glasses can I get out of this?
Yeah.
How sick will I be when I drink all of this? But here, did you know what the biggest fodder was?
your mom.
No. Oh. I don't even know what that means.
Right, well, that's it for us.
Wow. It's like, all right. Hey, well, guys, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for nothing.
The
boys.
largest photo. What's the largest photo?
What's going on with that? Yeah.
Mate, the largest photo was in France. It took 200 trees to build it, and fucking 18 years. It held 1 million liters.
Wow.
Which is like loads of cups. Loads. Like so many cups, boys.
Which is like that's a lot of cups.
Maybe
You can fill a lot.
maybe
you can-
15 cups. Like.
And then did they ruin it by filling it with French beer?
Aye, then someone pissed in it.
So wine.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
This is a white.
Exactly.
There's a bit of red
I
in
thought you might
there.
appreciate that.
You probably should get that checked out.
Talking about French beer there and all things piss water. What is your guys' take on the best bad beer that you've ever had? Now, without like Well, you know what? I'm going to name and shame here. PBR, okay?
Oh, okay.
You guys have PBR down there?
Yeah, we are.
We've
PBR.
had some good times with PBR actually. And,
Yeah.
and it's, you're not,
Not the
drinking
next
it.
day, though.
You're not drinking it for the taste.
Yeah.
You're drinking it for
Just
the
the
hydration,
effect.
or you're having it with some whiskey. That's just a back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
you're
great
basically
back for
drinking it
whiskey.
for your health.
I actually, it was a few years ago. There was a big thing down in South Austin where they're doing PB and J's.
Oh yeah.
And Jameson,
It was basically a pint
right.
of PBR
Good.
and then a shot of Jameson that you drop in it and just chug it. So it was basically
Very
a shot of it
clever.
was like a shot of Jameson in water, essentially.
Yes.
Some barley
Very
flavor.
clever.
Not as good as a car bomb.
No, not quite. Wow.
No, definitely
Wow.
not. Jesus Christ. No, he doesn't mean the literal.
Well, those can be pretty exciting.
Yeah.
And then there's the Irish hand grenade. But
Yeah, exactly.
that's
Potato?
I think that's
Sounds like a
is that
potato.
Bailey's and Jameson. I can't remember.
we
Baileys and
we
Jameson
disguise
mixed together?
all our Irish
And,
hand grenades and
into
PBR
Guinness,
cans.
right? Or-
Oh, wow.
I can't remember.
Yes, that's a Belfast car bomb.
There you go.
Yeah.
Belfast. There you go.
Yeah. I don't know why specifically Belfast, like, because none of those items are from Belfast. I think it's just the fact that more car bombs went off
There
in
you go.
Belfast than anywhere else.
They know how
Yeah,
to party.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
They do. We do. We
know.
always bring the fireworks.
Yeah, there you go. Fireworks. The Chinese weren't there. St. Patrick kicked them out or something. So they had to make their own fireworks.
We apologize to our Chinese
Chinese.
listeners.
Boys,
We
not
had a
at all.
growing Chinese market we were trying to tap into.
Yeah, well, it just shrunk.
Well, guys, you just lost Shanghai. Sorry.
Oh, man.
It's like, Joel, I'm sorry, we
Peking.
just lost. It's
Wait,
like,
that's
Joel's
the
been
same thing.
learning Chinese, like specifically for that. And,
So much time.
He's got the Mandarin book out now as we're speaking.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah, we're seeing how far we can go with Canadian decency laws.
Oh, yeah.
So, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
don't you know?
Well, we've already sent Canada Post on strike. We may as well. Censorship department up in
man.
flames too.
It's like if somebody's gonna send a complaint, it's like, doesn't it have to go by post?
I'll never get it.
All that money I owe the government. Now's the time for me to be like, here, I paid that.
Yeah. I sent
The
him
lady
the
that
mail.
dropped
Posted
that
it.
package that came to my house, she picked up the
The
letter.
moose came and got it. I don't know.
Yeah, that big antler cow came and took it.
The fucking size of those things. Have you ever seen that video? Like, I've actually just went back into seriousness now, though. But like, have you ever seen that video of one of them walking down the highway?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Someone showed me that recently. Holy fuck! And I was like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's a big animal. And then the
Gigantic.
next thing I saw a jeep pull up to it. The jeep was up to its
half the
fucking
side,
knee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Jesus Christ, boys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, imagine riding
big.
in on the back of one of them.
Oh man.
Riding into
Majestic.
battle.
Don't be riding
There
Majestic.
you go. Yeah.
So are you?
But anyway,
are you guys located in Vancouver proper, or are you just smaller
Yeah.
city?
right in the heart of it,
Right
man.
bang in downtown.
Malibu
Vancouver.
apartments.
The Malibu.
We don't
apartments
fucking-
in Vancouver.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. I think beach and sunny and breezy, sandy, and then it's Canada. Like, nope.
Yeah, exactly. We thought that too, moving over here. I also came over here hoping to practice my French. They don't speak a fucking word.
Go to fucking Quebec.
Why don't you go snowshoe to the Bell Center to watch back-to-back sold-out Simple Plan shows, then go eat some Montreal smoked meat, you bagel-munching rope pissers!
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah. Well, no, I'm not going anywhere now. I'm happy now. You know, I'm settled.
You can read
There's
the
cunts from Texas sending me fucking beer up here. Why would I shit?
Yeah. Don't tell Canada Post that.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Or USPS.
Just joke.
It's
Hypothetically.
If someone was to mail you beer,
Oh, very good. Yeah. But here, this is delicious. Like
This
really
is going down really good.
oh man,
Yeah.
yeah.
Really, really good.
No lie, I topped mine off already.
yeah, me too. My bottle's empty. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. We just thought that you actually were maintaining. In fact, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but our cameras froze here, so we just thought that you guys were just remaining perfectly still. Yeah, we thought the booze had really got to you, and you were all literally paralyzed.
This is the good
all of
shit.
you just sitting there having a stroke as we're talking here.
I can only move my jaw right now.
It's all good though. It's all good. You know, these are looking well.
I mean, I can feel my face, but I can't feel it. I can touch it, but I can't feel it.
Do I know it really exists?
You sure there's no mushrooms in this beer? Oh man. Yeah, but this is good. So, shall we talk a little bit about the history of old Jolly Pumpkin?
Oh yeah.
Considering that you looked up the other brewery.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, brilliant. Well, so where's my notes? Okay, so Jolly Pumpkin was founded by Ron Jeffries.
Wait a minute.
His signature's
Ron
on the
Jeffries?
bottle.
Not Ron Jeremy.
No,
Okay,
yeah,
good,
not that
good.
guy.
Jeff Ronries.
different drink.
Jeff Ronries.
I was like,
I
I don't
don't
want to
wanna
be
drink
drinking
that.
anything.
Lots saltier.
Oh my god.
The mouth of the bottle is a lot
It's got
wider.
that milky, clear consistency.
Jesus Christ. Takes a lot longer to pour. Well,
For the love of God, please stop.
That's what she said.
okay, boys. Jesus Christ. Tone it down. So Ron Jeffries. And,
I'm still here. Yeah.
his goal was worldwide recognition as a brewmaster. Well, Ron, you fucking got it, big
Yeah.
son.
You got it.
You've hit the big time
Yeah.
now.
Canada and Texas at the same time.
Exactly.
There you go.
Literally worldwide as such. And sure, we're from Ireland. You know, kind of.
Both sides of the wall.
Yeah. But yeah, I noticed on the website they were saying that it started in 1991-ish.
Yeah.
It seems like even Ron can't even figure out when the fuck he started. So he's obviously had a few.
That's when we started brewing with
Oh,
mushrooms.
there you go. Mushrooms, yeah. It's a bit fuzzy. It's a bit hazy.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, so and him and his wife came up with the name on a sunny March afternoon, sitting on their porch.
What did they see?
Must be fucking nice, Ron. You know, must be fucking nice, just sitting there sipping your own beers, and,
Sipping on yak.
But yeah, they came up with it because they said that it captured everything that they wanted to put across.
Absolutely.
I guess
There's my
if
summary.
you're only making pumpkin beers, I don't know. But other
Yeah,
than that,
were they even making pumpkin beers, or
I
where
don't
does
know.
the pumpkin come into it?
I have no fucking
exactly,
clue.
it's fucking March. Their pumpkins are out of season.
They randomly came up with it in the fall, so it was around Halloween. Thought, hey, there's a
Yeah, but
laughing
there's a pumpkin over there.
He looks pretty jolly. Jolly pumpkin, got it.
Did they just come across like a pumpkin that had been carved super happy?
Now let's cut a hole in the back and fuck it.
That's a big old toothy bastard there. I like him.
His wife's like, I'm divorcing you.
Okay, well, if
He
you're
looked at some
divorcing me,
random
I'm
pumpkin
going
and was
into
like,
porn.
You sure do got a pretty mouth.
Oh god.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, Christ.
No, I appreciate that.
Do you know what we're doing, boys? We're scraping the bottom of the fucking folder here.
We're not gonna have enough.
That's where the Budweiser's at.
Oh god.
That was course. We did
Yeah,
course.
and that's all I've got on Jolly Pumpkin.
Okay. Well,
5 sentences.
That was riveting.
They're from Michigan.
Riveting
They're from-
information.
Oh yeah,
well,
Michigan.
chock full of knowledge, you know. It's like
exactly. See, there we go. There's
Dexter,
another
Michigan.
pearl of wisdom there.
out-
Paddy, what
Dexter,
about the beer?
Michigan.
cut the fat.
Oh,
and keep the.
Do you want me to talk about the beer and what's in it and like what's
yeah,
we're,
sure.
I don't give a fuck.
what we're getting here
Yeah,
on
yeah.
our beautiful taste buds?
Do our job. It's fun.
It's a collaboration. just a reminder.
So it's brewed with Amarillo.
Amarillo hops.
fuck's
Yeah.
sake.
Yeah, Citra and Centennial.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Paddy. Sounds like you're reading that big stuff.
I am.
You know how to read, right? They don't teach
I
that
do
in
know how to
Ireland.
read, but all these fucking ingredients, like what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
what is going on here? Just tell me it's lime salt, fucking cherry puree, and I've shoved it into a fucking barrel for 6.5 months. Right? Dead on. So yeah, it's been aged for 6.5 months.
Yeah.
And I also read that its time in oak is 10 months. Is that correct?
That sounds about right. Yeah, the longer an oak it is, yeah.
Yeah, the
You
more
sound like
the
you
more
don't have a
time it,
clue.
it ages in the oak, the that's how it gets the sour usually.
Yeah, typically.
Yeah.
Right.
The beer
okay,
starts to turn.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know about the first sour, but well, actually, it probably wasn't the first sour because probably somebody tasted it and was like, "This is fucking awful." It turned.
Yeah.
Let's give it to the Irish. They'll drink it.
Yeah, exactly.
We're like, this is delicious.
The Irish will drink it through a dirty sock.
Let's drink anything with alcohol in it.
Filter it through a potato.
Yeah,
Have you guys taken the train down to Portland and had any of their sours?
Oh, man, no,
absolutely,
but I want to.
One of us has.
Eddie has. He didn't invite me that time.
Fuck Paddy. Yeah, man. The brewery scene down there is absolutely magnificent.
Yeah,
but the problem is, like, once you've been to the fourth one, you could be drinking fucking anything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's just so Moorish. Have you been up that
It's like
far?
the crack. Yeah.
That crack is really Moorish.
Yeah, exactly. Have you though? Sorry, that just registered. Have you actually been up to Portland?
I actually made a trip out to Vancouver, Seattle, and Portland. I just did like a 3 trip. It was, I think, 2 years ago, maybe 3, when the Women's World Cup was there.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, my wife's really
That's the
into
reason
soccer,
why.
so we...
Oh, it's the wife now.
Yeah, all of a sudden.
Well,
yeah,
the wife's
cover up.
interested in women's soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the wife now.
No, it was beautiful. It was during the summertime. It was like, sunny and amazing, and stayed a couple days in Vancouver, and then we took the train down to Seattle, and then like a bus down to Portland. And the bus was the worst part of that trip.
Yes.
No, I'm sorry.
I can
I'm
attest
confused.
that.
It was the bus down to Seattle because we had to take the bus across the border.
the border.
And it was a
And
horrible...
everyone gets off.
Yeah. It was a horrible process.
Feels like you're fucking crossing into the Gaza Strip.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I've
You
done that
haven't-
a couple of times.
You
It's
have an
awful.
apple on you and they treat it like it's a fucking suicide bomb.
Well, we had bought so much over at Granville, and like I still had it in my bag. A lot of people did.
Did you declare it?
Can this be used against me?
You
No, we
have
were
the right
we
to
were
plead the
literally like
fifth here if
eating
you
the
want
fruit
to.
we wanted to, and then throwing the rest away.
Oh, devastating. Yeah, we've got a customs officer just behind the camera here with a gun pointed right at us. He's like, get the
Have
information
you got
out of
everything
them.
you need there, Jimmy? Okay, get on.
Just sliding a wad of cash across the table. But nice.
No,
nice.
but I loved
fair play, man. That's
Vancouver.
cool.
I
The
loved
train's
Vancouver.
Infinitely better. Good on you. I can't wait to get down to Texas.
It's better in pretty much every
return that
way.
favor.
It's hot.
It sounds like they don't want you there, man.
Like, I didn't know. I didn't know this was part of the
Yeah,
deal.
no, maybe just stay up there, cunt. Fair enough.
We'll send you beer. Just stay where you are.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us. Oh damn it, Ross! You left your address on the package.
Oh man, I did. I gotta move now. I guess.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, but Paddy, have you got any more about this fucking beer?
I actually found out now why it's in oak for 10 months.
Why?
Do you know why?
Why?
Okay, so it's brewed for 6.5 months with all its current ingredients, right?
Yeah.
After 6.5 months, cherry puree is added and then aged for another 3 months in the wood.
That makes sense.
That's definitely where
Yeah.
because adding fruit and that kind of stuff will definitely add the sourness to it.
Yeah.
What
And like
percentage
I'm
is
not really I never really or like I'm into dark sours or like IPA beers at all. It's mainly more light beers like lagers or I might even stretch to a pilsner every now and then. But like
Well, Pilsner is a
This is
lager.
actually well,
So there
yeah,
you
but
go.
like, it's
Fucking
kind
guy.
of but it's kind of got a more of a sharp taste than an actual like say
Yeah.
like a 4.9%
No,
lager
I
or
get
something.
you
like
want
a
to
light
you
one.
want a smooth, a clean taste. Yeah,
Exactly.
I got you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But
I'm pretty much the same way.
This one's
most
really
of the
good.
time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
This is my
The,
this is my time of year. I'm a stout and porter guy.
yeah.
But what I really get though with every sip of this beer is like I really really taste the lime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The lime actually
and the
kind of
salt,
counteracts the sour kind of bit. Yeah.
Yeah, big time. Big time on the salt front.
Yeah, it's actually super
nice change.
super nice.
On our side, though, we actually made a trip out to Jester King.
Yeah, I actually been there twice.
No way.
Yeah. Oh, it was it was a lot of fun. They
30
had
minutes from here.
It's fucking,
30 minutes.
but it's not that close to here.
Was it about an hour?
45. Maybe.
Yeah.
And well,
It
it's out
depends.
there.
It depends on
Whoa,
traffic.
hold on,
but,
wait.
But
Depends on how
let's
much you
not
drive.
get all into Google Maps here.
It's about 30 minutes.
30 minutes. What the fuck are you?
Depends how fast you're running.
But yeah, but it's in like the middle of nowhere. Really, it's just a back road.
Yeah.
It's like if you didn't know where you were going, there's no way you'd find it.
Right, exactly.
It's like not on the road. Not like there's not signs telling you, "Hey, go this way" or anything. No,
There
it's just
is.
like
Right off the highway there is Jester King. Like,
maybe.
yeah.
But
I think we
then-
passed
then
the horse and wagon.
Good luck trying to
so-
get there, but yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
I don't
There's
know.
literally a brewery on one side, there's a distillery on the other, and there's a pizza place that they eat at.
Oh yeah,
apparently.
Stanley's.
Yeah. Well,
Which
built
they don't have the
pizza place.
garlic knots anymore.
Well, they had
apparently.
so many people going out there to the brewery that they just made this pizza place.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
Right.
Jester King is fiercely independent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They
Fiercely.
actually they bought 53 acres around the property recently
Wow.
in the past couple of years, and they have their own farm now. Which they
That
grow
is cool.
fruits and stuff to use in the beers. I don't think they can grow hops yet because the climate isn't really
Yeah.
I'm not making it up, but hops like to grow where potatoes thrive.
Right.
So potatoes don't
make a
exactly
deal.
thrive in Texas. So you might want to reconsider a trip to.
Yeah.
No,
fuck
but yeah,
that.
but they buy like bulk hops and age them in their barn there, and then they just
That's awesome.
grow everything on the property.
You can actually walk in
That's
and
so
like,
cool.
almost touch the tanks.
Oh yeah. There's,
yeah.
There's
Like they're-
barely a rope stopping
Yeah.
you from getting there.
Yeah,
It's behind a velvet rope.
Nice.
but if there's a rope, oh fuck.
Rope burn.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, but their tour fucking sucks. I'm
Yeah.
gonna
wow.
say this.
Nice.
I went on the tour the
Nice.
last time I was there a couple months ago, and I don't know. Maybe
stick to- just stick
maybe
to
it's
the tour room.
just the guy. I just wanted to smack him in the face the whole time. I don't know with his gauges and his drop crotch jeans, whatever. Like,
Was he
what the-
hipster?
yes.
Oh,
Really?
Like,
I
what the
already
fuck,
hit him.
man? I don't want to drink anything that you've touched. Anyway, but yeah, they've got loads of barrels, and they got this giant, just a cold room, and then they have a giant cool ship, which is just this flat copper like square. I don't know how to describe it. It's
ship?
yeah, no, it's
No,
nothing
it's
like
more
a ship.
just like a vat.
Yeah, just like but open to the air, and they
Oh,
then they,
like
then
almost
they
like a
let
bathtub then.
yeah, but it's like gigantic, and they just put the beer in there, let it cool, and then
Wait,
just
is it
let.
shaped like this?
No, it's square. It's
Like a bathtub.
hard.
Like a ship?
Yeah, fine.
Well, is that where they let the natural?
You cutter.
Is that where they let the natural yeast come in?
Yeah. It's and that's a big thing about Jester King. They're about wild fermentation. So they just let it sit in there, and then the natural microbes and yeast in the air from the barrels, from the other beers and everything, they just infect the beer. Sort of. It's not really infection, but
So you really did.
I mean, back in the day, it would have been considered infection. But yeah. So it's. Tony and I were discussing this earlier. You're tasting Texas when you drink a Jester King beer because it's hyper local because they like to source everything right there.
Yeah.
Nice.
So in terms of the collaboration, then who contributed what? Like, what did we get from Michigan
Well,
and
if
Jolly
you
Pumpkin?
read the label, there was no money. Nothing changed hands at all. No one has ever been paid in full, ever, never, ever, ever, never, ever. And it also says that I made this beer myself alone. No help given or gotten from anyone. Certainly not my dear friends at blank. But yeah.
I feel
I think it's like tongue-in-cheek,
Look
so.
at the other one, the Gamma Deluxe.
Oh, yeah.
not collaboration in name
The
only.
Gamma
or-
Deluxe, I think, has a similar
Yeah. it's pretty much.
pulled upward at dazzling blue becomes black, and as light fades away at 1,000 diamonds, pinwheel and fire, dissolving into the darkness, yeah, that's spelled right. Okay. Upward loses its meaning. I studied in Ireland for a little time.
I was going to say.
Upward
Get it
loses
together
its
for
meaning.
fuck's sake.
But there be a return. Gamma Lux was our second collaboration with our dear friends at blank. So
Wait,
yeah,
so why don't
I
they
don't know
list?
why they.
That's weird. Why don't they list Jester King
That's
on
what I
there?
thought.
I don't know.
I believe-
yeah,
I believe
their name
this-
isn't anything anywhere on the.
I believe this label, the one that's on the King Olas,
King Olas.
isn't it King Olas?
Olas Espaciales.
You're thinking of King Olaf.
King Olas. Oh, Jester King Olas. That's what it is. Olas Espaciales. My bad. I read labels.
Special.
I read labels. That's what I do.
Anyway,
All my knowledge is garnered from labels.
Exactly.
Oh, you've heard our podcast.
This one's got cherry and lime and salt.
hey everyone, Ross here, and I was prepping the episode artwork today, and I found an article concerning the text on the back. Apparently, there's a lot of red tape when doing a collaboration between two breweries in different states. Federal government isn't a big fan of it, and TABC really hates it. I could be wrong, but I think the problem in this case is TABC doesn't allow you to have a production brewery and a brew pub on the same label. It's like dividing by zero or a robot trying to solve a paradox. It causes a catastrophic meltdown, sort of. It just can't happen. So that sort of explains the tongue-in-cheek sarcasm. No help given or gotten from anyone, certainly not my dear friends at Jester King. Another thing I read was Ron Jeffries was inspired by the Ice Cube and other rappers they listened to while brewing. If I had known that, instead of reading, I would have just rapped it, and it would have been so awful. Anyway, here's Cutter laughing. That's what the label says.
Just to go back on the location of the brewery there.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's like down in Texas, but the really good breweries here in like BC, they're all like way out of like the norm.
You guys live in the
so like
past?
you have to like travel like. I'm thinking about Victoria on Vancouver Island.
Yeah.
So myself and my wife there, we went like maybe a year and a half ago. And
you
we
do
did, like,
high
this
tea
brewery.
and go see the flowers?
Absolutely, that's all we did. We didn't do anything fun.
Okay.
We didn't do anything fun. No, we went to this brewery and we had to like drive about, I think it was almost an hour outside the city.
Yeah.
And it was called Dark Matter.
Yeah.
And like it was one of those little tiny sheds, and it had like two massive like cylinder drums, you know,
Yeah.
like you would see in a
Bats.
brewery, and they were so independent. They had 3 people working there, and like one dude was in the back, and he was just like an Oompa Loompa. Like literally everything. And you're talking about like Jester King being really independent and all that.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that is exactly the same thing. And I was just thinking, I think brewery owners have the same thought process, whether like I want to get away from like the hustle and bustle. I want to be
I can see
so
that.
independent. I want to market my independence as something that I can sell.
Yeah.
And I was just wondering, is that what it's like in Texas? Like, do you have a lot of breweries in, like, say, the cities,
I wouldn't
or are they
say-
like spread out?
I'd say there's 2 really different schools of thought. on it.
Yeah, there's people
Yeah,
that
yeah.
are like it's like a close knit like community,
Right.
And then there's the other people that want to be as far away from everybody as possible,
That's- I
and,
don't know, that's-
and do their own
Yeah.
like hyper local like source their own stuff.
I was
and
gonna
all
say
that.
you have your hyper local guys,
Yeah.
but then you also have like the ones that are like close knit brewers community.
Yeah.
There's probably 3 different types, because then you also have a lot of guys that want to like basically throw out like invest a lot of money, build like a brand essentially, and
Yeah.
then sell it as quickly as possible.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think that's a lot of
Firebox.
that's just Austin, and it's just a kind of like a, taking advantage of the scene.
Yeah, I can see that.
But like, were you saying that people are like spread out? In Austin, they're trying to call it like Austin's Brewery District, where previously
5'8",
it was,
motherfucker.
it was a
7'8",
whole
7'5'8".
stretch. It was a whole stretch of warehouses.
Yeah,
and
there's a lot. A
unused
lot of them
space.
are in warehouses.
Yeah. And these were just old, some of them were old technology buildings or shipping buildings sitting empty and very,
Yeah.
very cheap.
Yeah.
And they were
Yeah,
able to
yeah.
convert them very, very easily.
Yeah, it's
And
just an open
perfect.
space. You just need
Perfect for
to
breweries.
pipe water and stuff in there.
Oh yeah, and some of them, all they are is warehouses.
Yeah.
They set up their kettles and all their piping and their
And then,
vats.
they just build a bar.
Yeah,
and
build a
that's it.
bar, maybe put a couple picnic tables outside,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, and on
Picture
those,
of happiness.
like, you know, there's a stretch you can take by the train, and you can walk from brewery to brewery. And we've done it before. We did a nice little pub crawl out of it, and it was, you know, it's turning into a nice thing.
Pubs now.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, when should that be started again? Right, soon. When was that?
I don't know. They do it frequently or infrequently, depending on when the train runs.
Every so often.
Train runs fucking 2 hours a day.
Yeah, the train is terrible here.
Derail.
Our train the train in town runs.
It starts at 4 o'clock and then it runs until like 10. So
yeah.
Oh wow.
Like it doesn't have any use like during the most prime time for getting drivers drunk.
How are
off the
drunk
road.
people supposed to get home?
Yeah. Like that's another question. Like for that brewery, like Jester King, like what if somebody went out there and wanted to have a few beers? Like how the fuck did they get home?
It would be tough to get there and get back.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, because last April we were trying to get an Uber out there, remember?
Mhm.
And the guy got halfway there and just canceled.
Yeah.
And then there was nothing else. There was nothing else. It's like
Wow.
so
Guy was-
I think
guy
it
was
was
what,
like
5 minutes
Tony.
away? He was
Tony's
like-
like, fuck it, I'll drive.
It's like he was like 5 minutes away, and all of a sudden he's like 10 minutes away.
Just
like,
like-
what the fuck's
Getting
going on?
further
off the
away.
road.
Wait, the Earth is rotating, so the car is the car not? I don't know.
Fuck.
But yeah, so that can be frustrating getting out to Jester King though. Though the last time
Yeah.
I went,
That area's
we
becoming pretty big,
We
though.
rented a house like 5 minutes away from there with a pool.
Cool.
And they were nice
So it's
enough
like-
to put a brewery right at the entrance of the little neighborhood.
Yeah.
Which we didn't
Wow.
go to, but it was very convenient.
well, it wasn't open the day that we wanted to go
Yeah,
there. So
yeah.
anyway,
It's like Slappy Monkey or
A slapping frog. Was
no,
that a frog?
it was a monkey. It
was a monkey? It was. I think Joel might be
Sponge
right.
Suds monkey.
Suds Monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, Suds Monkey.
So,
Suds
anyway,
monkey.
But yeah,
Nice.
That funky
Nice.
monkey.
Oh, I thought you meant it was staffed by a monkey.
I would
Could be.
I would wait to go there if yes, I would go.
It
there
has
if they had
hints of banana.
and lots of hair.
Nice.
What's this float in my beer?
Hairy
It's
banana.
poo. It's
It's
poo.
a bit,
Yeah,
a bit
that's
nutty.
a real prize-winning name for a beer there. Hairy banana. Yeah. All right.
We call it
That down your
Black
top.
banana.
chimpanzee Ziegenbach.
No, that one is owned by Ron Jeremy.
Oh, that poor monkey.
Oh God.
Mother of God.
Tastes like nickels.
Nice. Right, hold on. I need to go get the second bottle. Here,
Yeah.
talk amongst yourselves.
I'll give you a topic.
I'll probably open this other bottle.
Yeah, please do, because I'm done with mine.
Oh yeah.
So like that road out to Jester King must be like, you know, DUI capital of Austin, Texas.
You know, you think so,
know,
but it's
yeah.
almost like an agreement between the police and the breweries that they know that that's what's bringing
Yeah.
people out. So,
Yeah.
you know, they don't enforce it, and it'd be easy. It'd be really easy.
Yeah,
to
and
just
that's
knock it
the
off.
thing that I always think about whenever anybody's like leaving a brewery. It's like the cops could just be sitting right there. It's like pulling over anyone leaving. I don't know.
Look alive, boys. Couple of stewed prunes heading your way.
Yeah, every
Yeah,
other
yeah.
car would be
Oh, yeah.
hit.
Yeah.
Because I guess like with breweries, they're like naturally like brewed to be stronger than
Yeah.
like the normal top beer
Oh
that
yeah,
you get in a bar.
definitely Jester King, because they
Yeah, so, like,
specialize
even
in
after one,
farmhouse
you're done.
ales and everything. So
What would you say the
Yeah.
ABV is on this?
this isn't much. This is like 5.8, I think, something
Okay.
like that.
Yeah,
5.4 something.
5.8. Yeah, I think it says on the label there.
Yeah,
We're all
5.8.
label kings here.
Yeah, just read the fucking label, Tony.
Oh man! So ongoing on the BAYK podcast here.
Wait,
Eddie
are you,
and I like
you guys
to-
still making episodes?
Okay, we actually had this discussion earlier on. Is that, like, you know,
if Eddie would edit any, right? Is that what-
exactly,
down to?
exactly.
Do you see what I'm working with? Okay.
I
It
mean,
requires a lot of fucking editing. Okay.
What the
I mean,
fuck?
Chelsea's
Like,
on. I can't edit right now.
Oh Jesus, no,
Dirty
no,
bastard.
Hey, we'll forgive you as long as you're Arsenal fans.
Oh fuck!
No,
Yeah.
Manchester United. Come on,
Come on, Man City.
come on.
How does Jose still have a job?
I know.
Is that the Pussycat?
See, the funniest thing about that is whenever this airs, that comment will still be valid.
Or edit it out.
Yeah, we'll probably edit it out. But like, let's be honest, Eddie won't.
Fuck everyone. Like, fuck, there's booze for me to fall back on here.
The tears make it so salty.
Yeah, exactly. So like, as you guys know, and as like all the listeners here know, the BAYK podcast likes to discuss the future of whatever topics that we're discussing. So we kind of researched a little bit about the future of alcohol.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know if you guys, like, you know, doing your 3 Beers In podcast ever think about, are you going to have your podcast show in 10 or 20 years? Like, do you know if you're going to do that, or if you're going to have alcohol to cover or not? Well, let me tell you, gentlemen. let me tell you something. No.
We're
the answer is,
you.
Get a fucking new topic, big son.
Because the customs agents are coming down when we give them your address.
Canada Post is on its way. It has no mail to deliver in Canada. It's going to Austin, Texas.
Toilet wine.
No, sorry. I hijacked that. Go on ahead.
So what we discovered from our intensive research session,
extensive research,
like it was really in depth.
Yeah.
So this guy, he's a professor. His name is David Nutt, and he works at the Imperial College in London. And he basically states that alcohol will be gone in 10 or 20 years.
Really? What did he say it's going to be replaced by? Because you have to replace it with something.
Yeah,
heroin.
Heroin.
How did you all say heroin at the same time?
Yes, boy.
We have a separate podcast going after this.
3 bumps.
Yeah.
Is it 3 bumps?
I don't know. What would it be? A bump? 3 needles in? 3 draggles?
3 spoons bent.
Wow.
3 hot spoons with a side of tinfoil.
It's such an addictive podcast.
All right, we'll welcome you to Texas anytime.
So basically what he's going to replace it with is something called Alcosynth. Now, what is Alcosynth, I hear you all say from Austin,
What
Texas?
is Alcosynth?
What is Alcosynth, Eddie?
That's usually cutters.
You're making that up.
Yeah.
I'll get it, boys. Don't worry. I got you.
Alcosynth is basically it's a synthetic alcohol which is designed to imitate all positive effects of booze and remove the risks of the side effects of booze.
Isn't that what they used in
dry mouth, racing heart rate, hungover?
Star Trek?
Exactly. Yes, exactly. You know this.
So we're finally going to be able to...
Star Trek had covered this.
This is how we're going to start with space food. Like, I was told 20 years ago we'd all be eating space food out of little pouches, and it's going to start with alcohol.
Dippin' Dots, man. Dippin' Dots.
Nice.
Yeah, well, no. This is what's coming around the corner, boys, so fucking strap in for it, okay?
Okay. Oh, you better.
Clear out your cupboards for Alcosynth. Okay? Get the food out of there. The Alcosynth's coming.
Aquasynth's made of people.
How is this made though?
Soylent Green.
It's a synthetic. It's actually where is it? Alcosynth is a derivative of benzodiazepine.
Oh, nice!
What the fuck is that?
Yum.
Yeah, and this drug is commonly used to treat anxiety disorders, but doesn't cause any like withdrawal symptoms. So like you could go to the bar, have your Alcosynth go home, but like you won't be like, oh, I need my diazepine, you know.
Hey, what else am I going to use for my crutch then?
Yeah, exactly. You'll be like, maybe I'll stick to the whiskey tonight. Alcosynth can go fuck itself.
It's Alcosynth as well.
On the future of alcohol, I've got that, right enough, the future of booze, boys, it's in jeopardy. According to my research, it said cunts are drinking less.
Maybe you cunts.
I have heard Ireland was once one of the prime drinkers of Europe, but is now like 5th. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
The Czech Republic
Yeah, man,
is in
we're
the
getting our
lead
shit
now?
together.
Yeah,
It sounds like they've invested in Alka-Synth, is what they. That's what it sounds like.
Putting all their eggs into that basket.
Guys, have you ever heard the famous saying about alcohol in Ireland? Have you ever heard that?
No, what's that?
Okay, so God invented alcohol to stop the Irish from taking over the world.
And it worked.
I mean, as we all know, Ireland was one of the major technological powers in the world. And then they invented whiskey. And then we all know what happened there.
That's fucking major technology right there. Hey, boys, there's a fucking barrel.
Flying cars and...
This is it, yeah. Well,
So you're saying
that's another thing.
You're saying it was the Wakanda of Europe?
Yes, exactly.
Precisely.
What kind of shit is going on here?
Yeah.
You can make a
don't know.
lot of stuff from potatoes.
Yeah.
Hey, I made a clock from a potato as a science project.
And then you got arrested.
You can actually power a clock. You can actually power a clock from a potato.
Yeah.
Oh no, I
what he's
wasn't
saying.
joking. I have done that.
yeah, he did that for a science project.
Yeah,
good lad, good lad. Have you ever heard of poaching? It's alcohol made from potatoes.
That's vodka. That's vodka.
Yeah,
Oh.
No. Yeah. Oh, right. Thanks. No, mate. It's fucking poaching. It's different stuff, okay?
Oh my god, this
Jesus
shit will blow your fucking head off.
Yeah, this stuff is like fucking
Creamier.
peanut
It's got chives in
I
it.
thought that was vodka, and the Poles
You-
did it first.
No, they sent a rocket ship to the sun at night. Like, right?
That's right.
Icarus.
My bad.
Icarus.
I messed that up.
Yeah, no, but you guys have moonshine. It's basically Irish moonshine.
Okay.
That's what
This
it
stuff is
yeah.
called
That makes
poaching,
sense.
and they give it to you in milk cartons because that's how that's how fucking scummy it is. And this stuff.
Wait.
this
How
stuff
big?
is-
How big are these milk cartons?
How big do you want them to be? We'll get you.
He's like,
We'll
could you
get
get
you
you
a
a package?
Just don't have any naked flames nearby.
I thought you were going to say a liter, so that's where I was going with it.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't know.
That 1 million litre or whatever
Is that
it
like
was
4
fodder
cups?
is nothing on this milk carton.
Yeah. But if I can ever get any smuggled over the border, I'll have to get it from Ireland to here. But if I can get it smuggled here and then I can smuggle it down there, I'll bring some to you whenever I'm making my trip to Texas.
There you go.
But this stuff, boys, is fucking serious.
So you've had
It's
it.
Yeah, I've had it, man. Yeah, it's the sort of stuff that burns as you drink it and never stops burning.
Right. It's
like-
not
that's-
about having fun drinking. It's just about drinking. Right?
Yeah, it's about how soon can I forget my name.
There you go.
You know. Yeah.
Well,
this stuff is
how long
fucking-
until the blindness goes away?
I'm waiting.
How long until you
Depends on how
stop
much you drink.
fantasizing about sheep?
I'm waiting.
I'll let you know.
Oh, Paddy's out. Hold on. He's either had enough and he's leaving, or he's going for a piss. Hold on.
He just flips the table.
He yells "Man United" and flips the table.
Could you not have pissed in the bottle like you do at home?
That's why Gatorade bottles have a wide mouth. Although Cutter doesn't have to worry about that.
No, it's all right. I'm perfectly fine with the regular 20 ounce.
No, Cutter uses the 5-hour energy.
Give me an aluminum
Full of
can. I'm really
electrolytes.
good.
I like it to
wide
be
mouth or
snug.
not. Red Bull, I'm good.
Yeah, bringing out the recycling is a bit more embarrassing on those days. Garbage man's like, here, you forgot your apple juice. Oh my god! Jesus Christ, boys! Oh my god! Right, we'll try and drag this back out of the gutter here. Hold on.
We'll see.
One more thing you can look forward to, and promise that this is it for the future. But one more thing you can also look forward to, boys, is they're introducing tiny chips that they can slot underneath your skin to act as breathalyzers, so you can tell when you're on the sauce. I know, specifically for you boys. So your drives out to the fucking breweries in the middle of nowhere are coming to an end. So get them done now. But yeah, they're talking about getting chips that they can slot underneath or pop underneath underneath your skin.
Like nanobots or
something.
something? Digestible nanobots?
Yeah. So, two things about that. So, one, on my way over here, my Uber driver, I hear a beep, and he pulls this thing out and starts blowing into it.
Whoa.
And
Whoa now.
Like,
why is the first time we're hearing
should
this?
you be driving right now?
No way!
Yeah.
This is my wife's car.
Second thing, though, is, we have very portable breathalyzers.
Yeah.
The problem with that is that we would go out to the bars when we were younger.
Yeah.
And it became a contest, like a game.
Yeah.
Like who could blow the highest number.
There's a few bars downtown that have the breathalyzer on the wall.
It's a game.
Yeah, you put a dollar in,
and it's like, I blew a .018, and it's like, I can beat that, and it is a horrible idea.
Oh yeah.
No, it's a perfect idea for the cops.
Well,
the cops, yeah.
if they keep a record of, I don't know.
Well, there's a camera on it. You just snap your phone.
You have to put your thumbprint on there.
Yeah. So wait. Well, I think your two stories go against each other because if we're all moving to the Alka-Synth, then why would they even need the second thing?
You're still liquored up whenever you drink Alka-Synth. You know, you can still crash a car. Don't get me wrong. I'm probably
he's been drinking the Alka-Synth again.
Yeah. So, and to be honest, boys, these computer chips are probably more for retrobates like you.
A new record.
Good.
After the judge will order it.
Yeah.
Speaking of alcohol in the future, I've also read an article which we might have all shared, but in 10 years there won't be any more malts to make beer, or the cost of malts will be prohibitive for making beer.
You're saying because it'll all be like Monsanto and like genetically engineered?
No, well, I mean, I guess it would have to be. No, but because of climate change, it's becoming increasingly hard to grow them.
You know, I heard that was fake news. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, if you and your Trump bandwagon want to say fake news about everything, that's fine. Anyway.
Wow.
Now that's
Do you think that's something to invest in then? We should all like.
So what you're saying is, let's buy all fucking malt
invest
now.
in the alternative, or no? I don't know.
Putting all my money into Mosaic hops.
Buy as much.
Oh God.
So heroin, right?
Yeah, heroin.
That's the ticket.
We've all agreed.
If there's one thing that comes out of this podcast,
it's heroin.
We need to get into the heroin.
There's probably
not
3 or 4 mainstream
heroin.
drugs that come after alcohol and tobacco. So we might as well just be like,
there's a whole lot. There is a rainbow of prescription drugs out there.
Yeah. With us living in the land of legalized marijuana, what's your opinion on the marijuana-infused alcohol products that are out there or are going to be out there these days?
All of Canada is legal?
You know,
I just don't like the taste. It's never been like I enjoyed the smoking part of it. So
I welcome it. I love the scent.
What about if they can get
the flavor? I love everything about it.
The dankness, but I mean that's what, like, when people drink an IPA or something, they want that dank, that skunky kind of taste, like that smell.
So you're saying
fucking
you get
weirdos.
that danky taste and then get high, like an actual body high.
Right. I mean, I'd drink it, but
I would do it. Yeah, but not if we're moving over to heroin.
Could I get a gummy bear instead? A gummy bear of heroin.
I don't like needles.
Just put the needle. Just put the needle in the gummy bear.
You know what, man? The camera's frozen there, but I can still visualize you.
There we go.
Shoot up the gummy bear. It's a natural high.
I'm just imagining a gummy bear melting on a spoon right now.
Yeah, so was I.
Nice.
Oh my god.
The camera has.
That's the gummy bear
So
screaming.
thick and sugary, I can't imagine that going in your veins. All right. So
The camera's frozen there, but I can picture you scratching your arms just talking about this.
It's called train spotting.
You don't know me.
You're just there like slapping the arms to break a vein.
Oh, talking about that though.
See, now I'm off camera. You can't see what I'm doing.
There's that one. We were up there. We were just walking and exploring, and they're like, "Whatever you do, don't go past this one street." And we were like, "This is a beautiful city. It's very rich.
East Hastings.
What's the worst thing that could happen?"
Oh yeah.
Are they talking about
heroin?
Are you talking about Davy Street? With the Malibu apartments.
Oh wait.
Coming live from Malibu apartment.
So funny, man, because you just treaded on
Bright
another
and
wee
sunny
man.
Malibu
Yeah, you
apartments.
did. It has its own reputation, but
Yeah,
good
it
on
does,
you.
big son.
No, you guys know
That's
what I'm
class.
talking about, though. You keep going east, and there's like the I can't remember what the street is, but
it's called
East Hastings.
Yeah.
yes,
yeah.
yes. And we crossed it, and we were like,
Oh shit!
"Oh, this is what they were talking about."
As
Oh,
soon as,
yeah.
like, as
Wheels on
soon
the
as you
ground
crossed it,
and-
well, I was thinking it's sunny on the other side and then dark on the other side, but no, it's dark on both sides.
This time of year.
Then it's just a little darker once you cross it. I don't know.
Well, but for us,
Yeah.
I mean, I love Canada, and I feel like it's a very safe
You
place, especially
motherfucker.
when you compare it to the States.
Would you say that
So I was-
Canadians are amazing?
I wouldn't go that far. No.
Just fucking say it.
No. But it's the point of like when we think of like Canada, we're like, oh, we're in a safe place.
Tim Hortons.
And I felt
Yeah.
very unsafe crossing this street.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, man,
It's
it's not
amazing
nice.
how they've just completely centralized all of
Oh,
that
yeah.
to one street as well. You know, I found the same thing when I first moved here too. You know, you're walking across one block and you're like, oh, big, beautiful, expensive buildings, lovely place. Another block, nice, old, beautiful buildings. Another block, oh my god, holy fuck, what happened?
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
It's like we
There's actually a
ended up in
backstory to that,
Baltimore.
too.
How did we?
Oh my god! Oh fuck!
Fuck. Yeah, man. It's basically like it is Vancouver's dirty little secret. Like it's not well known unless you've been either living here for a while or you know somebody that lives here to be like, okay, don't fucking go there because you might get stabbed by a fucking dirty needle.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
well,
literally.
stabbed. I don't know. I'll just bring my
No,
gun.
like not
No,
not
on
like
the
stabbed by another
ground.
person, but
Ooh,
Like
ow.
through your shoe.
yeah,
Ouch.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, literally.
And I'm
That's
wearing
crazy,
thin
man.
Toms. I mean, these don't.
That
these
is
won't-
your fault. That is. Buy some real shoes. Fuck. God damn.
The last time I walked barefoot through the fucking through the slums.
I should be
The
able to
air-
walk barefoot wherever I
The
want.
air just feels so good on the hair on my toes.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, but like all cities really have that. I mean, Austin has the East Side, which is
But
like
it's
more
not that
gentrified
bad.
now.
It's nowhere near
Yeah,
what I'm
and
talking about.
Portland has North Portland, which is not actually north. It's like a triangle cut out. But yeah, that's well, I don't know. Yeah, I haven't been there, so I haven't seen it.
Well, I love the
Is it
variety.
like when Ariel swims down into Ursula's
Yes, and you see dead like
A
domain?
fish
Because
skeletons.
everybody
and-
knows what
Yeah.
that's like. Yeah.
Yeah, when I walk into that area, Disney is the first thing that's going to be.
Nazi
Eddie
stormtroopers
definitely
everywhere.
sees the
It looked
magic
like the
that happens
elephant
down there.
graveyard from Lion King.
Oh my god, too soon. Too soon, man.
Mufasa.
You guys excited about the new Lion King though, right?
I did see the
Ah, you
trailer.
legend!
That's pretty cool.
Oh, absolutely.
Want
beat me to it, I
to
was
see
gonna ask
Mufasa die in HD.
Yes, please, exactly. I want to relive that childhood
Yeah.
trauma as clearly as possible.
I have not even seen the trailer
As
yet.
long as Jonathan Taylor Thomas is involved,
I was gonna say, tell me that.
maybe he grows up to be Mufasa. No, I don't know. No.
Tell me he has
Plot
the same
twist,
voice. James
he's
Earl
not
Jones.
dead.
James Earl Jones. Yeah, I was like, but isn't he on a respirator now? No, he's not. But that would be weird. Yeah.
I hope they do Bambi next.
Starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson as Bambi.
If you build it, he
Bambi.
will come.
Come on.
All of the traumatizing movies of our childhood,
Yeah.
just remake them. Yes.
So Disney. Yeah,
Yes,
just make,
Disney.
remake all the Disney movies,
just
live
the
action.
Disney movies in HD, so we
Exactly.
can.
And maybe Stephen King's It, except not shite.
There you go. Yes.
That remake was fucking shite.
Oh,
I
God.
did hear they're remaking Pet Cemetery. I don't know if
Yeah,
that's
they
true.
are. It's
There's a teaser
actually,
or a
it's pretty
trailer, right?
close. I think it's already like in production.
Is it?
If not already finished?
Did they have a
But
teaser or a trailer that was like creepy?
I can't remember who was going to be in it in the place of Herman Munster, but I can't remember. But somebody creepy. But yeah, he was.
Did you,
he was like one of the best parts. But yeah.
Steve Buscemi.
Did you see the? Perfect. Did you see the newest Halloween?
No.
No, but I've heard it was good.
I've never been a fan of Halloween or of Jamie Lee Curtis.
Fair.
Yeah, fuck Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah. I don't know if she was born a man,
It's
but
shit.
either way, it's just.
Yeah, it's shit. Don't bother.
Oh yeah, no. Actually, I did see you guys post that on Twitter, and I for like weeks after that, I just wanted to post like Michael Myers, like the new Halloween pictures on your Twitter, just like hey, remember this? Oh yeah. Hey, didn't you pay money for this? Oh, yeah.
That's the cunt in you.
I mean, yeah. Irish, you gotta, I don't know, whatever.
That's why we love you. Yeah.
Hey, Cutter.
Oh, very good.
What's going on, Russ?
Have you heard of tonight's sponsor, Ireland?
No, I haven't.
Did you know every day is a beautiful day in Ireland where the streets have no name? Whether it's New Year's Day or Sunday Bloody Sunday, the sweetest thing is the music of Ireland.
Wow.
It works in mysterious ways. It just has this rattle and hum to it. Listen in October under a blood red sky, and it'll start an unforgettable fire in your soul. You'll say, "All I want is you," once you hear the giant delay-drenched chiming guitar riffs, chugging bass lines, competent drumming, and somber vocals about redemption, death, and global strife. And if you still haven't found what you're looking for, then you haven't heard Hanson. Ireland, where Hanson never left the game.
It's that sort of shit is the reason why I left.
Bono's a cunt and you can fuck off.
but Adam Clayton it's so no, I don't know. Wait, Adam Clayton's the bassist, not the drummer. Never mind. Their drummer is just so competent.
Thank you very much, though. That must have took a lot of effort.
Yeah, so you write that yourself?
Yeah, it came pretty fast, actually.
That's an actual genuine compliment, by the way.
There you go.
We spent a lot of time being sarcastic, but Paddy genuinely appreciated that. Yeah. Genuinely appreciated that.
I have another one later.
I don't mind that. That's good.
We'll see.
Oh, come on, hit me up again.
Oh, no, we'll have to wait.
It's got to be organic.
Let it simmer.
Although, actually,
simmer.
we're pretty much done drinking, but...
Yeah, look, we're fucking done as well, boys.
Done.
Yeah, this is
So wait, so one of the things we always do is once we already took the take at the beginning of the
we have
drink.
another bottle, though.
How do we feel now that we've taken down the full bottles? Do you still feel the same? Did it kind of like?
Oh,
yeah, it's only like 5.8. It's not very strong. I feel the same.
Yeah, I'd say it's still a very enjoyable drink.
Oh, I thought you were talking about being drunk.
Oh no!
Yeah,
I thought that too. Yeah. Okay. Cool. We're talking about the taste experience between the length of drinking the two.
Yeah.
No, still. Well, let me have another wee fucking. Let me finish off the last one here. I would say it's just as delicious as when we first started drinking it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as far as the buzz is concerned, it's hard to say because I've actually had so much fun recording it.
Exactly.
Jesus, boys, this has been a fucking blast. Like, genuinely, thank you so much.
Yeah.
But the buzz is really, really nice off it too. Nice, smooth.
Yeah.
I feel just the right amount of loose.
This is,
and I'd say that you guys are 25% of that. Nah, I'm joking.
It was definitely worth the $300 delivery fee.
It was maybe 90 earlier, but then the Ireland commercial.
I wish we would have captured a screen grab of your face during it because you had like your head resting in your hands like.
Just wait until the next one.
Oh, the next one's gonna be better. Ooh.
Oh, I don't know.
We are quivering with anticipation.
Don't put that evil on me. Don't put that stress on me. I don't know. But
We've got that on record, I'm afraid. It's a verbal contract.
The beer for me, I like sours. I'm a sour guy. So like I love porters and stouts are my go-to, but sours every once in a while. I love cherries. Mm-hmm. That beer hit me. I love it. It's good.
Had you had it before?
Never. No.
Oh, okay.
It's like Ross came into the store and was like, "Hey, I'm picking up this one." I was like, "Sweet."
Well, I
good story.
Good story, bro. That's a great story.
Cutter crafts his stories like just amazing. He works on the side for Disney. Yeah.
I don't doubt that he's a poet.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I went in and I saw it and I was like, huh, space. Let's do that shit.
Nice. Legend.
But yeah, and then I asked Cutter, like, you going to have enough bottles for these? And he's like, oh, yeah. And then a month later, he's like, I don't know if I'm going to have enough bottles.
All right, so here's what fucking happened. My vendor fucking lost most of the bottles.
Wait, what do you mean lost the bottles?
I found them. I found them repacked.
Okay.
Completely away from where it was supposed to be, but I found all of these.
So he sold you the bottles and then just hid them.
I sold them to Ross, and I was like, he mailed
Two of them.
I was like, we may not be doing the same beer that they're doing.
Yeah, I bought 2, and then I bought 2 again later. Yeah. Well, I bought 2 to mail out, so if we had to switch it up, it's just don't tell them that we're drinking something different.
Wow, you're getting completely different flavors than we are.
Wait, you don't taste the coriander?
Oh shit!
No, what did you guys think of it? We heard Eddie's. We didn't hear Paddy's.
Oh, didn't hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Fuck. I was talking, but your fucking Eddie talks over me every time I talk.
For fuck's sake.
No, I really enjoy it. I'm a really beer. I'm a beer guy now, and as I said earlier on, I don't really go for sours or dark beers or IPAs or anything like that there. But I would definitely drink this again for sure. 100%. And even from the first taste to even now, it hasn't changed. I've got that kind of nice buzz feeling where it's a good beer to even have before you go out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It gets you set up. So no, it's awesome. It's really nice.
Yeah, and one of the things that I kind of liked about it is you could still taste it from the first sip to the last.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it really had that consistency. We've had beers on here that the craft beer club. I think they were from what were they? Alabama Black Hog, where they were so inconsistent.
No, they were from Connecticut.
From Connecticut. Okay, yeah. Mine was different than Cutter's. Cutter's was different than Joel's. So we all had different beers in the same can, and it was just what the fuck? Get your shit straight. I don't know. Are you from Ireland or something? What the fuck?
I swear to fuck.
You know what? Eddie, we haven't given any shit to these guys.
In the can.
We've been nothing but pleasant.
we could say a lot about Texas, but you know what? We're gentlemen here at the BAYK Podcast.
See, they've got the Irish side, but they've also got the Canadian side where they're so pleasant. They're so nice. Yeah. They've got their little bags full of potatoes, but the other bag full of maple syrup.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. We're sweet. We've got a sweet underscore.
We're sweet on starch. Sweet on starch.
I prefer syrup.
Go ahead.
So when you guys are sourcing your beers, though, for the different things you like to try, do you get a lot of varieties? Do you get random Texas beers or random Connecticut beers?
Honestly, guys, they've kind of monopolized the craft beer scene up here with the thousands of mediocre Canadian craft breweries that there are. Molson. I really have to say,
yeah, absolutely.
It's just everything is just overload of hops.
Oh yeah, I mean we get that down here too, but luckily we get other beers as well.
But when I went down to Portland, and kind of went around a few of the breweries down there, there's a lot more variety.
Right?
They're a bit more. They're a lot more adventurous with it. Up here, I feel like they're trying to be adventurous, but they just fail at it.
Yeah.
I prefer walking into liquor stores that actually try and focus on getting beers from all over the world.
Right.
There's a lot of delicious craft beers worldwide.
Oh, yeah.
There's a few, Australia has some really, really good ones as well. One of my favorite ones is one called Little Creatures that you can get.
I've heard of it.
An Australian one. Oh man, try it. It's so
mostly
so
spiders,
good.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah. You open the bottle and a snake just bites you, and you'll have the time of your life on it.
So that one's from Australia?
Yeah.
Little Creatures from Australia. It's so good, man. But that's it. I prefer to shop more worldwide with my selections because I find them to be just up here doesn't do it for me. But just a quick side note on this actual one that you sent as well. I really would love to try this with a lot of different foods. I think this one with some Mexican foods would be absolutely amazing.
Oh, man.
I think this would complement it really, really well.
Yeah.
I honestly would try this with pad thai. That's the first thing.
Man. Yes, man. I was thinking that too.
Wait, which
or
one?
even
The
sweeter Thai food as well.
Like Chinese, even that would pair significantly really well. It's got that little bit of sweetness. Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey man, it's too late to tap into the Chinese market now. No point in complimenting them now.
I'm trying to bring it back. I'm trying to save this.
We're about to bring on our special guest, Jianhu.
It's like we were talking about the future. It's all like, no, our future is in China.
In a fucking work camp.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to build the railroad.
Shots
Yikes.
fired, boys. Jesus.
You
We
just
at the
lost Hong
BAYK
Kong.
podcast would like to distance ourselves.
We are not affiliated with the Three Beers In podcast in any way.
Oh, don't worry. We'll just edit that. We'll edit that statement out.
Yeah, no. Please leave it in some sort of.
No, we'll keep it in on our end.
Yeah, on the Patreon subscribers will only get access to that.
That's premium content right there.
If we had Patreon subscribers, it would be furious.
Well, this is fair too.
Patreon.com/3beersin.
You're going to get a very specific type of subscriber there, boys.
Clint will.
Yeah.
Did
you guys?
Clint, who couldn't be here.
Did you guys hear the Brett Favre story about that?
About Clint?
No. About the the Patreon sort of thing. So he records these videos for fans. Like you give him the text
Adrian
of what
Peterson?
No, you give him the text of what you want him to read,
Danny
and
Woodhead.
he just reads it.
Yeah.
You pay him $500, and he reads whatever text. What's the worst that could happen? So they did it to him.
What's the worst that could
But
happen?
it was the
I
white
might pay
supremacists.
$500.
And they wrote like a coded message into it, and he didn't know. And he blasted it out there. They put it on all their sites.
Yeah.
And he was like, he was so upset. He was like, I thought it was just for the veterans. But you listen to it, and it's like, if you knew it was racist, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's code. But if you didn't, then you'd just be like,
What do you mean code? Like he was using words that are known in popularity for being racist.
A lot of watermelon talk.
No, it was against Jewish people.
Oh, okay.
And it was very coded, words.
Not that's okay. I'm just
No. But
sorry. Can we go back there? You said okay very, very nonchalantly there.
Oh, yeah. Apparently it's a thing for racists to do this, where they get these celebrities and they trick them into reading these statements.
Really?
And it's like they've done it with rappers and movie stars and athletes.
Not 2 Chainz. Tell me it's not 2 Chainz.
Oh shit! Actually, yes, I think I did see this.
No.
There is a website where you can pay. I just found this out a couple weeks ago, where you can pay celebrities to tweet or Instagram yourself, and you can literally get someone from NSYNC or whatever to say something from your. I don't know how much it costs.
Wait.
So you gotta log in.
Like 3 beers in.
Do you think we could get Blake Lively to retweet our stuff?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, if they're on
the love of
anyone
God,
from
yes.
Gossip Girl. That's the dream.
Hey, I think Chance would throw in for Lake Bell to.
I'll throw in for Lake Bell. I was watching a movie from her.
Whoa. Sound on or off?
Okay.
Very low.
Jesus Christ.
There we go. And thanks, everybody.
We're such a classy podcast. Hey,
this is the pinnacle of sophistication here.
A word from our sponsors.
Hey, Kyle.
Ireland.
Hey, Ross.
Remember our sponsor, Ireland?
I know. I've never heard of them.
Well, it stretches from the East Coast to the West Coast. And somewhere in there are farms. Besides whiskey, Guinness, and oppression, Ireland is known for agriculture. They grow mostly barley, beets, wheat, oats, and of course potatoes. But it's actually the third out of all those. It's not the most. Anyway, Ireland is located in the same latitude as northern British Columbia or southern Alaska. But the Gulf Stream, the warm air and water coming from Mexico, makes the climate less frozen and more like the climate of Peru, the birthplace of the potato.
Oh my fuck.
Spanish
Did the fucking potatoes fly on the jet stream? Did they?
No,
Migratory.
actually, the Spanish conquistadors were amazed by the potato. They found that one potato a day could keep a slave mining gold all day instead of dying. So, of course, the potato made its way back to Europe, where the pious British turned up their noses and refused them. They grew in the ground. That's where the devil lives. And yet they're fine with spotted dick.
Ron Jeremy's, to be precise.
Anyway, so they said send them to the Irish. And the Irish said, fuck it, we'll eat them. And the potato...
Quote unquote.
Yes, that's a quote.
I feel like this is a true statement right there.
And the potatoes and people of Ireland flourished until 1845 when the blight came. A devastating mold from Mexico came and killed all the potatoes. Too bad they didn't build a wall. It lasted 5 years, and it said that 1 to 1.5 million people died, and those that were able to got the hell out of there. There was a
They're
20...
able to die?
Yeah.
Oh, man, more than that. Did you know, interestingly, the population of Ireland to this day has never recovered from the same figures?
Are you reading the same thing I'm reading?
I fucking wish I was, because maybe I'll be able to spit it out a bit quicker. I'm just joking.
I'm trying to make it interesting for the people. Anyway,
you need to go to the Burns unit.
There's a 20 to 25% decrease in population. The current population is actually less than it was before the Great Famine. Apparently,
sounds like you're reading that, big son.
Thanks.
Why did they stop at 1.5 million?
Because apparently there's still some Irish moving to find better lives, and then there are some that move to Canada. But those legends that stayed made the country stronger and more beautiful than ever. They even have a Krispy Kreme now. So visit Ireland.
Now that it's safe. Oh, you fucking dirty bastard.
Ireland. They have potatoes. Now.
Oh, wow.
Loved it.
That's it for my ads.
Yeah. I want to go to Ireland now.
They have a Krispy Kreme. Mm-hmm. No, I was reading the article about the Krispy Kreme, and actually it's in Belfast, and there's lines like down the street. People are waiting in these lines for like 2 hours at midnight to get a donut.
Yeah.
So it's like the cronut.
Like, what the fuck? Do they not have donuts in Ireland before this?
It's because they've nowhere fucking else to go, man. For a bit of heat.
Literally.
The bar's shut down, and
exactly. Literally, exactly.
You cut a hole. You cut a hole in the potato, and then after you're done with it, then you eat it. Right?
The bar shuts down. They've got nowhere else to stick their dick. The donut shop is open.
You glaze the potato, and then I don't know.
Jesus.
But yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it's funny you should mention it. The Krispy Kreme are now our sole food source that we rely on after that potato blight. We're like, we know there's
no doubt the British will come in now and fucking take that away from us as well.
God,
I didn't realize it came from Mexico.
What the worst part about it is, though, that they probably got the better Krispy Kreme.
They probably do.
America never gets the good stuff.
Ours are just soaked in whiskey. Like,
there you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
It just comes in a soggy pile of mush in the box, and we just suck them dry and then throw them out.
That sounds like a new podcast or an episode. Guinness and donuts. Ooh.
So when you guys come to Texas, we are the land of excess. We have a restaurant here where you can get a hamburger where the buns of the hamburger are donuts.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Everything is bigger in Texas.
You could do that yourself.
And they have multiple locations.
Oh my god. Have you tried it?
Yes.
Is it good?
It is exactly what you think it is. It is a donut and a hamburger.
Oh my god.
Fuck. I don't know how those two taste profiles go together.
Is it like a regular glazed donut? Or
you have your option.
You have your option.
You have your option. So it's called Gordo's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah, so
Brutal.
Gordo's it's a kind of a play on words. Gordo in Spanish is like
fat.
Fat.
Yeah.
I fancy that.
Yeah. Oh, where'd they come up with that name? Oh, okay.
Wait, is it always plural or would it be fat? Is that fatties in Spanish? So like people want to go, people want to go. There's like you
like
fatties.
multiple.
You motherfucking fatties.
Fatty.
But it's that idea of who is that the Latin conjugation?
Yes, fatty.
Gaelic.
Oh, 'tis like the singing of the angels themselves.
No, but it's that idea of like who thought up the idea of having donuts as the
Oh, for
bun?
fuck's sake!
Some
Wait,
fat ass.
the same cunt who thought of putting fucking Cheetos on pizza. Not
Yes.
Cheetos. Cheetos on pizza.
With every pizza, you get a live cheetah.
Patent pinning.
My
Cheetos
question-
on pizza. That's my new idea.
My question is, why did it take so long to figure out that you can put donuts in hamburgers?
They're round, and the hamburgers are round. So naturally,
You know,
like
they start-
symbiosis.
You know,
they
someone
go-
started with a bagel, and they're like, "What about a sweet bagel? Awesome, let's do this."
I'm pretty certain that Jack in the Box is like real.
It is a
pissed off.
Jewish
They didn't come up with the
thing.
idea.
Well, it's like the idea they
It's
said
totally-
earlier about the weed beer. It's like, man, I really hate the smell of bong water. What if you could actually drink that?
Oh, that's okay. I thought we were just talking about weed in general.
No, it was weed alcohol, right,
Yeah,
guys?
yeah, weed beer.
Correct. Yeah.
Yes.
And more so than that, they're developing like beers that are infused with THC specifically, so you don't even taste any of the weed profiles.
all
anymore.
right.
It's just about
There you
getting
go.
Well, hops is
weed
weed.
and booze.
Hops are a cousin to weed.
Yeah.
So that's why it has the dank, the skunky flavors. You
They're
can
in
get.
the cannabis family.
Yeah, like
Cool, I
is
didn't
it
know that.
Lagunitas? I think the founder, CEO, whatever. He's I think was it Ryan who was Ryan Anglin from a local brewery? He was saying that they got some sort of citation or something because they were smoking too much in their brewery. I don't know. I don't know. Some cops came by. I don't know. Maybe I'm just making it up. I don't know. But they have a weed infused beer, and then they have weed flavored beers that they release in April.
Wow.
420.
There's so many flavors, like purple, maple, and
for our Canadian listeners, it would be 24. Or Irish listeners. Or
24?
Pretty much everywhere else in the world, the date would be 24. Anyway.
Yeah.
Wow, fuck.
Nice.
I think we found our solution. If hops are going to go away in 20 years, then we just replace
just
it with
use
marijuana.
weed.
We'll just-
Yeah.
we'll just-
Okay. Nobody will notice. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so piney. You wrap it up.
Nice. Nice. Right here. Look, we need to go. I'm just gonna fucking come out and say it here.
All right.
that sounds good.
I guess we got nothing else to talk about.
It's nothing. It's nothing that you said. Okay. It's
It was fucking everything you said,
Well,
okay?
it's some of what we said.
It's all right. We're from Texas. We're an easy
We
target.
look forward to hosting you guys down in Texas, or next time we're up in
boys.
We
Canada.
look forward to be
Please,
coming down to
God,
Texas.
Please, God, yeah, can't fucking wait. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Or if anybody
Seriously.
actually listens to us after they hear this, we can do it again. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think
definitely
this
will.
one's gonna. I think this one's gonna make
Yeah.
waves.
I mean, if Eddie edits it at some point.
Oh, for
then we'll-
fuck's sake!
Exactly. That's what I'm
for
fucking
fuck's
thinking.
sake.
That's what I'm
Right,
thinking.
Okay.
But hey, at least no one in fucking China will hear it anyway.
Oh,
Chelsea's on right now. I can't. I already made that joke, but whatever. I don't know.
Guys,
I
cheers.
promise
It
that
was a
this is
blast.
the one I'll make the effort. Yeah, boys, used to.
So yeah, we had fun. Thanks everybody for listening.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
We had fun drinking Olas Espaciales from Jolly Pumpkin and Jester King. We also had fun talking with BAYK Podcast. Find them wherever you get podcasts, except iTunes, I guess. Are you guys not on iTunes?
We are on fucking iTunes. We are on iTunes. Don't tell them to not look us up on iTunes.
I don't know. I was looking on iTunes and I can't ever find you guys. I don't know.
I found y'all on Stitcher, so
Yeah. I mean, when I look it up on my
I was on Podbean when I
podcast
found it,
app,
yeah.
yeah, you guys are on Podbean. I know that. Anyway, but yeah, no, okay, they are apparently on iTunes, so look them up. And do you guys have a Patreon?
Oh, we don't, boys. We don't need shit. We don't need people to support us. Okay? We work for a fucking living.
We have to support our habit here. God damn it!
It's why I never fucking edit anything. I'm too busy working 2 fucking jobs to get by instead of relying on this shit.
Oh, man, we really didn't. We meant to get into your podcast and what you guys, your history, but whatever. Nobody cares, I guess.
Next
time.
We have no history.
Yeah.
It's 2 cunts with 2 microphones.
Yeah, you guys moved from Ireland and you got a landscaping job, and then you talk to each other, and they're like, "Hey, yeah, you're Irish too. Let's live in the same apartment or something. I don't know. with 5 other Irish families."
You like potatoes? I like potatoes.
Yeah, there you go.
You're drunk?
I'm
drunk.
That's how we met.
I just assume that's what happened. Anyway, okay, yeah. Find BAYK Podcast on iTunes or other places that you find your podcasts. Find us as well, probably same places. Anywhere you can find podcasts. Look us up on Patreon. We do have a Patreon because we want that money.
Nice.
But rate and review us, of course. Rate and review BAYK Podcast. If you're listening to us and you haven't listened to them, go ahead and listen to them.
Definitely give them a listen.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the Soyuz episode.
Yeah.
Legend.
Oh, thank you so much.
Legend.
I have enjoyed every episode.
I listened to it specifically for the name.
Legend.
I love a good pun.
Yeah, boys. Thank you so much for having us, boys. This has been an absolute pleasure. It really has, and we've been really looking forward to this for a long time now.
Well, too bad we couldn't do it sooner because.
I know. Well, fuck me, right?
We were here.
All good things come to those who wait, cunt.
Yeah.
We'd just like to say to anyone who was listening to us that would like to complain about this episode, please direct your complaints to 3 Beers In Podcast on Twitter.
We'll get right on that.
BAYK Podcast at hotmail.com.
Don't be afraid to direct all your fury. But seriously, boys, thank you so much.
Thank you for being on. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So here we have the brains of the operation.
Cutter. What?
Doug.
No. Anyway.
Did you forget his name? Jesus Christ.
Thank God he's the brains of the operation.
There's brains in that operation.
Collectively, it makes up one brain. I don't know. All right. Well, thanks everybody for listening. This is Ross. Joel's there.
This is Tony.
And Cutter.
This is Paddy.
This is Eddie.
And this has been the podcast.
This is the podcast. Now cue the music.
There we go.
That was class.
3 Beers In is a proud member of the Hopped Up Network. Thanks for sticking around. You can subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean, Google Play, TuneIn, and on the hoppedupnetwork.com. If you like what you heard, rate and review us on iTunes. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at 3 Beers In Podcast, and check out our website, 3beersinpodcast.com. 3 beersinpodcast.com. You can find information about us and the show along with the links to all of our episodes and our really cool merchandise. While you're on our site, you can tell us what you like, what you don't like. And if you don't like us, then why the hell are you still here? You should have turned us off long ago. But if you're just going to listen to us anyway, then you should probably subscribe too. And if you would like a transcript of our podcast, write down everything that we just said.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Boys, don't worry. There's always part 2.